Hello guys, welcome to this SPL Black and White Overuse commentary. Today I'm commentating a week 3 game between Finchinator and MeEsSm. Both players were 1-1 at the time of the game, so both were definitely trying to go positive on the sheet because obviously momentum is important, as I'm sure you'll know. Alright, so let's get started. First off, preview analysis. MeEsSm opted for a pretty unconventional offensive team. Conkeldurr Jirachi is a pretty common to see nowadays on very offensive teams, mostly because Jirachi can Healing Wish Conkeldurr, and a Conkeldurr with 2 leaves can destroy a lot of teams by itself, basically, because how most teams deal with Kong is they wear it down and they trade with it in the process, but because it's very hard to kill it in one shot, right? And it's very likely that it will one-shot you back. That's just how Conkeldurr works, man. We also have a Current Black and a Gyarados. Okay, so Current Black on this type of teams usually as substitute and Ice Beam, Fusion Bolt, Air Power. Very good at breaking up defensive sands, like defensive sand cores rather, like what Finch is using. But it could also be a funnier set, like Choice Band or even Freeze Shock. With substitute Freeze Shock, you can click it, and Power Herb, obviously. That's a Z move before Z moves were invented, so that's always cool. Gyarados, probably your standard Dragon Dance mon. I think it's Taunt on this team, because else you're very weak to like Gustav Skarmory, Jellicent type offensive. And substitute is a bit too greedy on Weatherless, probably. It could also be something more funky, like a Natural Gift set, though I don't think so. I expect just Taunt and Stabs and DD. Latios, I have no idea what could be in this team. It could be Scarf, or it could be just Expert Belt. I don't know. Any item, really. Same goes for Escadrille, though if I had to guess, I would say Scarf Jirachi and like Sash Escadrille. That's a bit, I guess, the standard for this type of build. I don't know, we will see. This team is pretty standard. In fact, this may even be a sample team, though it's Finchinator, so even if it looks like a sample team, there's probably a couple of sets that are not on the sample team. That said, let's get right into the game. Oh, lead, of course. I will lead Tyranitar for Finch. Landorus is also fine. The reason being that you want Sand Up to not get nuked by Conkeldurr. And also it's very strong against Curem, right? Landorus lead is also fine. It at least makes Conkeldurr lead, which is what's probably coming. Reconsider its game plan, because you are left with a -1 attack Conkeldurr on the field, and you're kind of forced to bulk up, and Landorus can U-turn and go into, like, I don't know, Rotom probably, and threaten it out at least. So yeah, we'll see. Let's get started. Landorus, okay. Conkeldurr, okay. Marlik. Okay, U-turn, yep. Conk bulks up 90% of the times here. Rotom's issue here is that you don't really want to Will-O-Wisp this, because Conkeldurr has guts, right? So it could just Drain Punch, and then you get nuked. You can Volt Switch. It's a bit of a gamble, obviously, because, you know, you have to guess between Drain Punch and Ice Punch. But if you get Tyranitar in on an Ice Punch, for example, that's very good. Landorus is a bit weaker even on a second bulk up, because then there's still a +0 conk on the field, but you know, we will see. Oh, never mind. MeEsSm switches and Finch wisps. Okay, I guess MeEsSm wants to play a slower game with conk, where it trades positively rather than just smashing it into whatever is in front of him, right? As for the wisp over Volt Switch, I guess he just wanted to put a timer on conk. Yeah, that's probably... Rotom is not that useful this game, really. Yeah, there's a Gyarados, but Sun plus Ferrothorn should beat it still. Current Black is just loves to get in on Rotom for free, and Excadrill might be Mold Breaker. Usually is on this type of builds. And Latios, you know, Rotom Latios, not really something you want to play. But yeah, I see why he whispered. Oh, Geosh is in this set. It's the Rocker. Nice. Idle Pump, eject button to get Current Black in. Oh, nice. This is very nice. I really like this. Now, this is a free substitute, and if you're Finch, you Volt Switch. I would go Tyranitar here, probably. Zam. Why Zam? Taking Anchor? Or maybe it is Anchor, actually. That would be pretty spicy. Let's see. I would have gone Tyranitar, though. Oh, well. Let's see. Oh, back into Rotom. Never mind. He was just bluffing it. Now, Hydro should break sub. Volt Switch might too, but I don't know. Okay, so one thing to notice is that Curem does not have leftovers, which means it's probably Freeze Shock with White Herb, right? That has to be what we're dealing with here. It also is doing decent damage with Fusion Bolt. Yeah, so it's probably like just max attack, Fusion Bolt, Freeze Shock. That's cool. Rotom should Hydro Pump, because I'm not sure Volt Switch breaks the sub. It depends on rolls, but you don't want to risk those. And then if you Volt also, Rotom dies 2 rocks anyway. And yeah, okay. Now, this is some people will call this a mistake, which it probably is. Not subbing again on with Curem on Rotom. I don't know, maybe he's still scared of Anchor, although pretty weird since it hasn't been clicked earlier. Latios comes in, probably just HP Fire, okay, goodbye Jirachi, so Latios is not Scarf. So we expect this to be a Sash Zam and Latios to be some Colbur Berry variant. So Conk comes in. The idea here is you take around 60 from Draco, like it just happened, and then you bulk up, because the second Draco will do a lot less damage, and then you can heal off Drain Punch, and at +1 attack and the defense, you can just Drain Punch into Landorus, you out-recover whatever chip. Except White Herb, so never mind. Marlik will die to the next Draco Meteor. Oh, nice Ice Punch though. That's damage. Back into Gyarados. Yeah, Gyarados is kind of useless, so you just toss it to the wolves and goodbye, Mr. Gyarados. Alright, so Finch makes the smart play. Someone would say, oh, I can just Draco the Gyarados again. It dies, and then I'm good. But Finch recognizes that 1, he beats Gyarados anyway when it's so low, and 2, that a -4 Latios would actually get Conk Eldur back in, which could be dangerous, so he's like, you know what, I'm just switching out, intimidate this, as Gyarados did this, and then You probably go Ferrothorn after this turn, because Gyarados up to 0 is no threat to Ferrothorn. Waterfall does nothing, and Iron Bounce does more damage, but probably not that much still. And Barbs, again, will stop you from just healing in front of this. Yeah, Power Whip, Bounce. You Power Whip again, obviously. There could be a crit or a para from Bounce, but nope. And goodbye Gyarados. Miss Gyarados disappeared. So here you go Conk if you're missing. And you probably just Road Rain Punch. You're fine if Landorus comes in for free because you still damage it and then you set up an Excadrill endgame. Since Jirachi was revealed non-Scarf, I mean, it could be Scarflatios, I guess. That seems pretty weird to me at this point. I would just say that it's Scarf Excadrill with some offensive Latios, maybe even Life Orb or Belt? Anyone runs Belt in 2025? Probably not. I would say Life Orb from this. Okay, so MeEsSm should go Conk here, and Finch probably just has to go Lando. Oh, never mind, this stays in, takes 0 damage. Alright, never mind, you can just trade your Ferrothorn then for damage. That's good. That's very good for Finch. Now, Drain Punch, okay, Iron Barb's doing a lot of work here. Conk is at 26, so it dies from Earthquake from Lando. But do you want to click Earthquake? Yeah, no, you don't. Because if you Earthquake into Latios, it's kind of hard. You can just U-turn. Yeah, you probably bait out Ice Punch. Yeah. And then I guess you just smash Punch with Conk. The plan is still to weaken Landorus for Excadrill, I think, at this point, now that you know that Latios is HP Fire. So I think MeEsSm is like, okay, I'm setting up a endgame Excadrill sweep. Because Latios is lower, Landorus takes a lot of damage, and if it comes in on rocks and Conk, it takes even more damage. And then Zam is most likely Sash, which means it's Focus Blast, and hitting Focus Blast under Iron Head Flint chance is not fun. Alright, goodbye Marlik. Tyranitar superpowers. I think here you just go Latios, so you don't... So what if he instead went Curem? No. Curem, no. Curem is trolling. If he goes Xka, then Finch tosses Titar, then goes Lando, but then you have a -1 Excadrill, so not good at all. Yeah, Latios is definitely the right play. You just Draco and kill this. And then you force stuff to happen, because Landorus, again, you cannot really lose health on Landorus. Zam is probably Sash, so you would have to Thunder Wave this, but you could get Thunder Wave back, and then you lose Zam basically. As for Latios, it's HP Fire, so it probably is slower than this. If it's not, it's a tie, which is not something you want to risk in this spot. Unfortunately, Draco misses, but MeEsSm is still fine because Colbur Berry. Very nice. So Draco again, and Mons is Mons. Okay. I mean, you just go for it, I guess, here. Oh, look at that. Okay. QM kill, Latios comes in. You can... I mean, you just start the X count the Latios and hope Finch clicks Draco, right? Yeah. At this point you have to... Oh, Mold Breaker, okay. Is it still Scarf? I guess it is, else it would have come out earlier, probably. You just Iron Head. Oh. Saving Latios for an extra hit on Curem, probably. That's this still a million, what? Okay. Flinch for Justice? Justice? Happening? Okay, so here MeEsSm wins if he flinches Zam or misses Focus Blast. I'm still assuming this is a such Focus Blast Zam. Life out of 5 would be mega greedy. I wouldn't like it at all. Sash is fine, though you have a pretty lowish chance to it. Justice? No Justice. Okay, now it depends on Curem's spread. If it's plus speed and Finch doesn't want to risk it, okay. He probably calculated the damage on his Rotom and knows this is Adamant Curem, so it's like, yeah, that's fine, my Landorus is faster, I will just Airquake this. And that's how our hero loses. Very sad. Very good game. Unfortunately, double Draco miss. Unfortunately, it doesn't even begin to describe this game, in fact. But what can you do? Mons is Mons. Good job Finch for playing around Conk like that. A lot of people would have panicked there. Good job MeEsSm for almost winning, despite the fact that, you know, new player into SPL and all that kind of stuff. Well played. Team was fine. You don't see this kind of team basically never. Conk, Gyarados, Curem with an Ajax button Jirachi. It was cool though. It was very cool. The interaction with Curem deck was very nice. Maybe we can point out the mistake of not subbing again with Curem, but probably a bit of pressure, a bit of worrying that it's actually Encore and you get clowned on then. So it's like, yeah, you could have sat there. Yeah, but you have to consider the fact that in the moment, you probably didn't feel like it. Like, it's not an easy play to make. It seems obvious in inside. And you can also say, yeah, you know, but Alakazam could have anchored the first time it came in after the Rotom Bolt. Maybe, yeah. I don't hate this, and he would have probably won without that Draco miss. Although, I guess it depends on his Latios set, right? If he's also HP Fire, then it comes down to a speed tie, probably. Well, you know, it was a good game. That's what matters. The spectators won. The players, one wins, one loses. It is what it is. Alright. See ya.